Hi, sir.
Okay. We give 7 more minutes. 7 minit lagi.
Hi, sir.
Alright.
Uh, Sir, can I ask one question, sir, regarding the while waiting?
Okay.
Sir, I just want to ask, let's say we just assume any apps like, okay, just job portal example. Definitely there is a job seeker, that means it's applicants that looking for job, and recruiter. So when the job seeker and recruiter is a two different, uh, I mean, platform, am I right?
Yes. Not two different app.
Two different apps, sorry. So to join these two, we use Flutter or different kind of tools.
No, to build the app, you choose what you want. You want to do React Native or you want to do Flutter, is up to you. But
Okay.
but then the database is the same.
Oh,
So the
okay.
database and API is the same. I think that's
Database. Oh, okay, okay. So it will at the end they will communicating each other like job seeker and the recruiter. They will go to the same database.
correct. They have to go to the same database.
Oh, okay, okay. I got it.
The
Thank you,
database,
sir.
database API need to be the same.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Hmm? Uh, Pak An, aku jumpa website ni Pak An. Nak tengok? Okay, Joel sudah keluar. Alright, so kita Kesavan ask how to calculate. We do project management first. Alright, we do project management a little bit. So Kesavan asks how to calculate costing. Alright, so let's say that somebody come to us. Alright, we do that scenario. Today, I'm not sure how many time we have. Berapa lama it will take? We try to create proposal to this person. Alright. So actually, this is my actual client. Right, this is project from my actual client, but and in the end they don't pay, so that's why tak apalah, they don't pay. I own the right to their document, right? So they have ni good apa 4-5 years ago lah, right? Not yesterday, 4-5 years ago. At that time also I don't know how to clock client and everything, right? I also baru-baru lah, that's why I always say to you guys, if you guys want to do freelancing, alright, you need to understand all the things. Masa I start buat, I tak tahu kan, I don't know how to calculate deposit. I have to come up with the contract and everything. So that's why in the end the client tak payah, and then but yeah. But I keep all the things. Now I'm going to use it as a material in class. Alright, so we use this as reference. So what I will do normally, alright, to start. Normally I will do what is called creating an budget and estimation, right? Creating estimation, project estimation, project scoping and estimation. Okay. So I think what is I will need two things. I will need a slide so that I can put all the notes today here. So this is a slide where I'm going to put all the notes. So project, we call it project apa? Mobile project management lah. Mobile project management. Today the thing today is called mobile project management. Alright, and then I will just do another. Normally I will do an Excel sheet. Alright, the first document that I'm going to create is the project scoping, project estimation sheet. Alright, project estimation sheet. Okay, so we just put it inside this thing. I will put it here. Alright, number one is creating project estimation sheet. Okay, so first of all, I think because of Kesavan's question, I think you are still not clear how it works, right? I think most of you lah, because not only you guys, right? Because sometimes if I go talk to university, sometimes also they also confused, right? So what you need to understand is, right, when I get this kind of UI, right, when I get this kind of UI, all right, it's not that I'm going to create an app. Actually, the original before we need the original things, right? I actually, because I take time as well to look for all these documents, all documents. The original file actually kan, yang betul-betul kan, dia ada 3 tau, right? Seller, rider, buyer, right? They have seller, rider, buyer. So it's even the original thing. So what let's draw it here, right? Let's draw it here. All right, these people, he asked me to create 3 apps. All right, the first one is called the seller app. The second one is called buyer app. and the third one is called rider. Alright, this is I use this example because I think it's close to everyone. Right, it's close to you, it's close to me. I think everyone use Food Panda, everyone use Grab Food and everything. So kita bayangkan, and then it's what Kesavan's unclear as well, because now you're talking about job, right? Tadi ada job portal 1, job portal 2, and everything. All right, so this is the front end. All right, the front end, I have seller app, I have buyer app, I have rider app. Okay, you have to come out with who's going to use the entire system. This is like the user persona. Right, user persona is who's going to use this app or this system. Right, who is going to use the app and the entire system. Right, so can you answer me in chat ataupun can you talk? Siapa you want to chat, you want to ni pun you can think based on the idea, based on your experience using Foodpanda, using GrabFood. Who do you think part of the user in this ecosystem? Ya, siapa? End user, right? Who? Macam ni kan. Ya, anu lah. I mean, ni siapa? People is one. People is one.
So Yobin is like a mobile user, something like that? No.
No. Siapa? Contohnya kan macam my app, I have a teacher, student, kan? Your app, this app, alright, this app that you see, who do you think the user is?
Based on this case, is a food lover, something like that. I don't know.
Lah, ni lah, alright, is because you ada 3 app kan, you have restaurant lah kan, restaurant, who is the seller, right? Restaurant or kedai kan, restaurant or shop owner, alright, who is going to be using the seller app, alright, inilah, right, it could be sekarang kan the Grab Mart semua kan, but we don't think of them first lah, right? We just think of restaurant and kedai and everything. And then you have the gig, right? Gig worker, right? Who is going to use the rider app? Right. Actually, when they're planning it could be gig worker or the rider in the shop, right? In the shop. Okay, because some restaurant has their own rider, kan, macam Foodpanda kan, they have Foodpanda. McDonald, for example, they have their own rider kan. What else? Sometimes even like Pizza, Domino's kan, even sometimes restaurant also they have their own rider. Sometimes I cater food, and then aku tahu no, I have my own rider, like sometimes I move and everything. So that's the rider of the shop, gig worker or rider of the shop. And then you have, of course, the one that you say just now, all right, the admin, all right, sorry, the user, right, end user, all right, end user, right, food lover, that's the one that's going to use the buyer app, all right. Anyone else that's we are missing? Sesiapa lagi tak kita tertinggal dekat sini? The one that's going to use the entire system. When I say the entire system is the entire Food Panda lah, right? Who are the different users of Food Panda or Grab? Okay, what people always forget, right? You yourself is the user, all right? So this is what we call admin, right? Let's say that ni kan, I myself is a user. So admin myself, all right, admin or owner, all right, is a user, right? But you don't see it here, all right? But I'm a user as well, right? Admin and owner, I'm a user of this system. Kenapa? Let's say that there is a new restaurant, alright? Okay, ada restoran baru kan? Kita ada, well, we have our own team. This app was supposed to call Big Mama, right? So we have this Big Mama team. And then Big Mama team, dia ada people coming in saying that, alright, I want to add my restaurant. Can I add my restaurant in your platform? So how can I add it? Alright, I myself have to add the restaurant. Okay, ada user baru nak masuk. Alright, so I myself is so this is what we call, I need to have what we call a portal here, right? Portal for admin. This is the simplest as it can be, right? This is the simplest that it can be. But let's say that macam in my team also kan, in my team, I have somebody who take care of accounting. Kan? I have somebody who take care of the accounting. So tadi kan ada function yang add user, add restaurant, add user and everything kan. Let's say that this accounting person, I only want them to see the accounting module, alright? So this one is maybe right, accountant. Accountant will have access to portal for admin. Or maybe I have a customer service, right? Portal for admin. Only see the account module, right? So let's say that I have another one is CS, right? Customer support, right? Customer support also. Kan when you call Food Panda, my food does not arrive and everything. How can they check, right? If they don't have a place to check, they will not know how to check, right? They also need to have an access to a portal for admin, but maybe only see the booking module and everything. Alright, and then I know lah, this is the one that I can imagine lah, right? Maybe I have IT technician normally. IT technician normally, when we talk about IT technician, actually is things like networking, installing things on PC, checking the network and everything. It's the CompTIA, the one that I bagi tahu hari itulah, right? The CompTIA. Mending abang tak bayar. Dia bayar tak? Alright, so that's itu maybe apa another module. Sorry, what was the question? Sorry, IT technician is normally that involved in IT or in the lab. Dah masuk ah? Tak apa. Dah masuk. Alright, so that's basically right, normally kan people don't see, even they themselves as client, they don't see, right? If you have this kind of project, so remember that just now I think someone asked about job portal and job seeker, right? So you have job portal, right? You have the pencari kerja, and then you have pemberi kerja. But don't forget, myself as job street, all right, I need to have access to the portal, because let's say that somebody can contact me, maybe iProperty contact me. iProperty says that, okay, I want to subscribe lah to your job portal punya job portal website, and then dia akan hantar borang, alright. Bila hantar borang and everything, I have to put their information somewhere. All right, I have to put it somewhere. So that somewhere need to be there as well. Right, you don't only see it from what the users see. You have to see it from administrator punya point of view. We are the administrator. Let's say that we have the job portal. Right? We are the administrator of the job portal. Right? So sometimes people forget. Right? People forget that. So I will put it. This is what normally what we call a content management system. Right? Content management system. Right. It's a content management system, tapi what because that's a generic name lah, right? But technically we don't put content. So sometimes people replace lah, right? Macam for myself, for example, kan, since it's a school, that is replaced with school management system, ataupun vendor management system, kan? Vendor, right? Vendor buyer management system. Or if restaurant management system, if you're creating POS and everything, it's restaurant management. So you must have this thing. I can show you ours, right? I can show you ours. So this is ni lah. This is actually we always do demo punya kan. So this is our dashboard, right? This is ours. This is an admin dashboard. So let's say that whenever there is a school that decide there is a school that decide want to use, then I can allow, right? So your schools, right? Maybe datang, my nephew's schools want to take. Wants to join you, so I join lah. Right? I just put it there, put the information and everything. Once I put the information, I already subscribe it. I already subscribe your school to my system, right? So this is how normally it looks like. And then I can, tadi kan I cakap kan, sometimes CS monitor, customer service monitor lah, they will have their own. And I say, okay, kenapa the student already registered or not? Right? Because I cannot find the students, and then I just go lah, right? Student management. Oh yeah, the student is already registered. This sometimes they forget the code, right? Because in our system, all students will have a code, right? Cakap lah, okay, this is the code of your students. Right? So this I can put here screenshot like example, or example of how the content management system looks like. So it is an application, right? It is an application. It can be an app or it can be a web base, right? It can be an app or it can be a web base. Right? So all right. So when you do that, all right, when you have to design something, right? when people come to you, can to ask you to do freelance or something, don't forget about this. They need to have it. Kalau tak nanti you cakap, okay, the price is XX thousand, right? You cakap the price is XX thousand, and then you cakap XX thousand, and then because you kira ni je kan, you kira this app only, right? I say, you kata hari tu XX thousand, how I want to add restaurant, how I want to add seller, kan? And then you cakap, sorry, if that one I have to tambah 20,000, Y thousand. And like, no, hari tu you cakap XX thousand, why suddenly Y thousand? And then that's the problem, right? When you have experience, that's what will happen lah, right? It's happen. And you kira sia-sia. Alright, content management system will cost you how much? This will cost you how much? This will cost you how much? This will cost you how much? Total will cost you how much? Right? You masukkan siap-siap. Okay, this is macam ni kan? This is a website. Right? This could be a website on the app, but normally I do it a website. This is, let's say that is an app, right? They want an app, so I just put it an app. Alright, this is an app. All right, and then this is an app. All this thing, importantly, all this thing will need to be connected to the same database. All right, so importantly, all this thing need to be connected to the same database. So now you have one database here. All right, so you have learned about database. It's database of your choice. All right. We have seen two databases. One is MySQL, all right. Another one is, for example, MongoDB. All right. It could be any database of your choice. All right. Or, maybe you want Firebase or something. I don't think we have time to do Firebase, but I think nanti I bagilah ya reference video where you can do Firebase. So I don't think we have time to do Firebase. I can give you reference video if you want to do Firebase. Or it could be any. So you select one database. Same thing as over here. Tadi cakap, ni kan you select one. Alright. Let's say that I want to do Flutter or React Native. Alright, Flutter or React Native. Or any language that I have introduced to you before, alright, because I have introduced to you a lot of language before, kan, when we did the first day of our module, kan, I go through all the language available, then you select one, right? Then you select one.
So it's a personal question lah. Based on your personal preference, sir, like if you want to build a web, apps, right? Normally, which framework you use? Like Flutter, React Native, or Ionic? What's your favorite go-to?
Actually, kan, it depends tau. It depends how many budget I have, how many budget I have, how many person in the team that know that particular language. So it depends on that. Of course, I want it to be Flutter or React Native, right? But sometimes kan, in the team is new team kan, young team. Because Flutter and React Native normally need experience, something like that, right? So it depends, or maybe it depends on budget that I have. Suddenly I get a lot of my client, no, I want something quality. I can give you 500,000, for example, right? So that one I know. Okay, if I want to get that kind of budget, I can just call my friend who do Flutter. Can you do for 3 months? Can you do that? And they say, hey, can. Alright, so it depends, right? So it does not, sometimes I say that, oh, I advocate for Flutter, but maybe in my team, nobody do Flutter. So I cannot force them to do Flutter. Or maybe, but between Flutter and React Native, I would prefer Flutter. Right? Between Flutter and React Native, I would prefer Flutter because it is easier. If somebody need to learn, it is easier, right? Because React Native dia susah. For me, dia susah sikit, right? I'm not sure how you find it. But for example, kan, let's see when you do a list view, kan, you see how different it is using Flutter and React Native. List view tu ada list style and everything. But Flutter for React Native, for example, you kena buat dia punya ni, you have to do the custom row and everything. So that's bukan. Sometimes also ni, last time I have no choice. They say, oh, this project we want it on native, iOS and Android. We have no choice. Then I have to find another my friend also who do freelance, buat iOS, and I have to find another one who do Android. So it depends. So it's not only what I prefer. Sometimes cost, we have to take consideration the cost, project cost, and everything. That one we already go through, right? The first week, right? This is cheaper. This is slightly difficult, expensive. If you do this, right? If you want to do something complex, then you cannot do this anymore. If you do something simple, right? Then you can do this. If you want, if you have a lot of integration, suddenly you have facial recognition, macam our attendance app. Our attendance app is in Flutter because we want to do like facial. Last time we want to do facial recognition. So that's some of the things that you need to take into consideration as well. Okay, I put there the language that you know. So but you know ada Ionic, ada native, semua ada. So I put there the language that you know. Alright, so you have a database. You have the content management system. Alright, you have this, you have this, you have this. So how do mobile app get data from database? How do the rider app get data from the database? how do they get data from database? It's the thing that you did last week. So you did something last week, but I'm not sure if you know why you did it.
APIs, yeah.
API, right? So you have to create an API. You have to create an API here. So somewhere over here, I will create an API, right? So application, right? Application programming interface, right? So this is how it's connected. Okay, so then your thing will need here, all right? Your thing will be here, will be here, and then this one will get from database. And you have to I know that master module 2, I think I'm not sure if you do all the exercise, I think you will get it, but I think a lot of you lost because Faiz and Walid was they are quite fast. They are quite fast. Actually, they start like you. They start like you as well. Semua start from zero, right? But I think they do a lot of extra work. Right? They do a lot of extra work, extra project, and everything else. So that's why I think masa last module, some of you might not get it. All right, but after all this, just take back the videos and then try to redo all the thing. That's your module 2. Right, module 2 is about creating an API. Everything is already covered. Okay, tukar warna. Okay, so API and web, this and this, what language should I use? All right, so just now I put Flutter here, reactnative. So what are the language or technology that you can use for this and this? This and this, all right, let me know while I'm fixing this. This and this, what language? What language or framework or technology that I can use? This one also we already covered. Node.js, right? For example, I can use Node.js, the mean stack, all right? Node.js and Express, and Node.js plus Express, right? Any other thing that you remembered or that you know? Postman for testing, all right? Postman for testing, not for development, so the question is for development. I can put Postman, all right, but I put it outside because testing, all right, test, all right, using Postman. So any other language that you know for ni, any other language that you know for to build an API? Right, you remember my you when I do the first class kan, if I remember, when I did the first class, every module, module 2 and module 3, what is important from module 3 is actually the hybrid versus native. That is very important. Which language what, apa hybrid is what. For your module 2, what is important is the table. Kan I buat kan PHP ni, JavaScript ni, Python is this, yang ni kan. That is very important, right? So let's try to we take today as a recap, a kesimpulan of all the things that we have done kan. We take to it as a kesimpulan dia as well, right? So if you have that table, try to find it. Lepas ni kan, all the things that I always share kan, you put it. I think Raj maybe can share with the others as well, right? The document that I think you share it last time as well, with the others kan, all the thing you put in one website kan, you can share with them as well. So there is one slide where I draw a table. Inside that table, I have the technology and everything, right, and what it can do and everything. All right. So for example, there's one that I always advocate of is Laravel. There is another one that you can use Django and everything. All right. So that's some of other language that you can build. You only learn one, not JS and Express. So lepas ni kan, let's say that you want to learn something and maybe you can learn, alright, Laravel. I saw how it looks like on Node.js, Laravel. But as I say, you have to decide which one you want to focus on. Alright, for content management system, alright. So HTML and CSS for sure, right? HTML, CSS for sure. But can you tell me other framework or library that you can use to build the website? I'm sharing with you my experience of 5 years, 7 years today. So today is a very important time. Let me get a drink first. Somebody fikir. This is the one that, this is the one that I think he did a good job lah, right? He has all the reference there, all the slide there, kan? Correct, all the slide there. Nanti dia akan update lah dengan module 3 punya. So the one that I think is here, introduction to MinStack. Kan, introduction to MinStack. There is this table that is very important that I put there. So the front end is this one, right? This part, all right? So React.js, Vue.js, or Angular, all right? So this is the front end part. This is the one, all right? You can do it with React.js or you can do it with Vue.js. Same thing, I need to emphasize that you need to understand both, right? Inside this box, you select one. If you're comfortable with React.js, then you do React.js. If you're comfortable with Vue.js, then you do Vue.js. If you are comfortable with DOM manipulation, then you do DOM manipulation, right? DOM manipulation is the document.getElementById, the one that you did on week 4 or week 5. Right? So that one you select one. Tapi jangan buat DOM manipulation lah, right? Because sekarang also all my project was like jQuery and I'm macam peningnya. When can I change to React.js? Or when can I change to Vue.js? Because we use Vue.js. Alright, so I think macam mana nak pilih, right? So it doesn't mean it's a performance and everything. It could be macam Vue.js for me is simpler, intern senang faham and everything. So all that it has to be taken into consideration as well when I'm selecting. Okay, so that's why I say today I'm teaching you my 7-year experience. So normally, I will have this. I will have this one page, right? Once you decide this, when I send proposal, I will have this one page here, all right? That will explain, all right? So let's say we already decided this. I will have, this is how we send proposal to client, right? I will have this one page, all right? Sistem dan aplikasi Big Mama, for example, Big Mama untuk penggunaan klien X, all right? All right. terdiri daripada sorry, I put it in English because Malay, sebab kalau tak nanti because this is the client, because I have English punya ni pun I have, but I have to find it. This is the latest one. I put it on Malay, but you understand lah, tak ada ni. If the client is English, then I will translate it. Alright, so for example kan, alright, aplikasi ni kan, from what I kan, aplikasi penjual, alright, aplikasi pembeli, alright, aplikasi rider, right, and then I will have sistem pengurusan order management system, order management system, right, right. This is how and then ini tak ada apa, this one tak ada apa. Alright, so this one. Okay, so that's one page, right? If you want to send the proposal. And then I will have another page, right? I will have another page, something like this, right? That will be this one also I will have, right? I will have another page like this, alright, that will say that pembangunan, right, development technology, right, development technology. Alright, so this is ni kan, I have all this aplikasi penjual and everything, I will have this subsystem, right, subsystem. Alright, and then technology use, right, technology use. Okay, so this one I will put oh shit, I not in content sahaja. Alright, so for example, just now I have aplikasi penjual, alright, aplikasi pembeli, okay, connection error. Aplikasi pembeli, aplikasi rider, right, system, order management system, but this one I have to include the database as well, API dan database. I think even here, okay, system dan aplikasi ini, right, akan mempunyai, right, akan API dan database, something like that. But this one I have to specify, right? The order management system, alright, I have API, and then you have database. Alright, so for example, this one, Flutter technology, right? And then some of the client kan, they want justification, right? Flutter, because it is easy to develop, alright, for both iOS and Android, right, at optimum costs, alright, while ensuring high quality, right? Just put something like that, high quality, right? Right, so this one is built using Vue.js. Macam ni kan, it's not high quality, but since, right, it is easy to maintain. I think I have another one. Sekejap ya. I can't remember the project name lah. Nanti masa break I check. But I have. They want something, yeah, since it's easy to maintain, right? It is easy to maintain while ensuring high quality. Right. So this one, built using, right? Built using Node.js, for example, and Express, right? As it supports high concurrency, right? Through I just go through serverless principle. All right, database. All right, maybe database. Sometimes people put both as well. MySQL to support transactional data and mongodb. All right, to support for reporting data. Right, so normally I will have this page, and then kalau you nak, alright, you boleh lah letak kat sini, alright, about Flutter, something about Flutter, and you buat lah. So normally, alright, about XX, alright, you can also include pages to talk about the technology chosen. Alright. Normally kan, you kata who created it, what is its advantage, alright, and then who's using it, right? Who's using it globally, alright, and who's using it in Malaysia, right? Who's using it in Malaysia? You can refer to this one. I think it's almost the same as the slide introduction that yeah. So kalau you pakai ni AWS database kan, so if you use AWS database, dia ada dua tau, right? So you have to remember when you talk about AWS database, if you are doing RDS kan, you remember this is module 2 kan, if you do RDS normally you select which database kan, ingat balik when you do RDS you select, I'm using RDS but I am installing MySQL inside my RDS, so that one you specify MySQL, right? You don't specify RDS because there's another part kat bawah tu yang that I will do is under infrastructure. So if I'm doing AWS, then I will talk about RDS inside infrastructure. But if you're using DynamoDB, then you specify here, right? So so itu yang you kena ingat. DynamoDB is AWS database, RDS is AWS database system, right? That install another database inside it. So you can So I'm not sure you remember or not. So if you do RDS, or if tadi you punya soalan kan, if you use RDS, alright, in RDS, right, normally you install, right, another database, right? Okay, so you specify that database, right? Right? If you're talking about DynamoDB, right? If you are talking about DynamoDB, right? Then you specify that. Okay, so you see, normally I have this page, development technology. Then I will have this page. So this one, confirm I will have it. Sorry, not here. App support. Browser support. So because for example, browser support is for your CMS, alright, for your order management system. Kenapa ada browser support? Because your order management system is hari ni ni tak ada kan, Diana tak ada, so we can 7:45 or 7:50 lah, right? We can take break at that time. Kita boleh lampankan sikit lah pagi ni, the first part. Alright, so because I have a website, alright, this is my order management system, alright, and then I will have a browser, I have a website. If you don't put ni mati, alright, if you don't put this mati, for example kan, suddenly they ask, kata semua browser support, kenapa tak boleh pakai dekat IE kan, IE9 kan, IE kan, you see I don't even put IE there. So if you don't put this page, you will kill us. Because that's what I said from experience kan, sometimes people who do freelancing never know all this. Can you do a website? Yes, I can do a website. I give it a UI, but they never specify. Oh, my website only work on this. Yeah, they never mention, right? And then that's where you mati lah. That's why I say if you don't know all these things, then you die, right? So that's why you have to specify this. What is this? What is this number? How do I come up with this number? Who thinks he or she know? Who knows where did I get this number? What does this refer to? It's something to, the information is something to do with this page as well, right? You only check, you check the bahagian content because the website is inside here, so I need to get something here that only support on this. That the one, okay, this is my benchmark. I will use this. So what do you think this number is? How did I come up with Safari 10? How did I come up with Chrome 60? How did I come up with Firefox 60? And how did I come up with Alt Edge? Okay, tak ada eh. So it's actually Bootstrap. So you use Bootstrap because your website will use Bootstrap. Normally you do HTML you do Bootstrap, alright. Or you want to use material or something it's up to you. Alright, but all these things they have the support now. So Bootstrap does not support all the browser out there. Right, so well, does not support. It supports major browser, but if suddenly people said that no, have to use IE9, I have to use IE9 and everything. Sorry lah. For example, I use this. Right, I use Bootstrap browser support. Alright, so you inilah Chrome bigger than 60, Firefox bigger than 60 and everything. So this is actually where my number come from, right? Of course, I think some of my number is outdated because this document I did it few months back, right? Imagine that the guy want to do IE9, then I cannot use Bootstrap, then you die, right? You have to use the normal CSS one, right? Or if you want to use something else like material CSS or something, then you check, all right? You check that support, right? And then make sure that you cover that. Alright, so that's where I get all this number. Okay, and then mobile app support, right? You're going to create mobile app. iOS very easy. Alright. There is this article that I read. I know which year I read it. When I start learning, I read it. 92% of an iOS user will always be on the latest OS. Alright, so let's say that currently kita iOS iOS 14, right? So 92% of the worldwide population will be on the latest OS. Alright. And then 4% will be on the -1. Yang ni yang malas-malas sikit lah, right? For example, it's currently is iOS 14. Then 4% will be on iOS 13. Alright, so by covering only that two OS, you're already covering 96% of the iOS population. So normally I always do like that, right? So what is the current OS? iOS current iOS is 14. I tambah tolak satu, then I will just put here iOS 13 and above. And that's where I get that number. For Android, how do I get that number? Alright, this one we did it one time together. Alright, we did it one time together. The first time we installed Android Studio, we did it, but I did not stop and I did not tell you, okay, I did not kneel. If you want to get that number, you look here, right? You look here, right? You want to get that number, you look here. So create a new project. Right? Macam biasa kan, that's the first thing that you do, create a new project, press next, kan? Okay, you tengok ni this number, right? Whatever that I put, whatever that you see here, every time you change it, this number will change. Every time you change it, this number will change. You change ni atas, this number will change. Kan? You put a KPI on your app, right? You put a KPI on your app. So the KPI for my app is I want to cover more than 90% of the user, right? So if I do 7.11, I already at 85%. If I'm at 70, I'm 89. Too bad. No, just wait a little bit, right? If I put here 6, then I'm at 94%. So my KPI is normally that's what our KPI is. The lowest it get, then the code is slightly complex. Alright, maybe ada benda yang tak support. And then the higher it gets, right, then you cover less percent, right? So I always find something that's 90% and above, alright? So that's where I get my Android 6, right? So you can find it easily from Android Studio, right? So this is the 2 pages, alright, that I prepare next. So I'm teaching this class today based on my NIL, right? Based on my project. Okay, any other questions? If not, we can stop now, right? If not, we can stop now, because after this, then only we're going to calculate, right? So you understand all the system available. Because later, kan, suddenly you say, kenapa tiba-tiba ada content management system? Kenapa tiba-tiba ada API? Why suddenly got database? Why suddenly got API lah, especially, right? Because you have to understand. I think, kan, I shared with you. We are not going to do everything. Alright, we're going to do one system. I shared with you the buyer one, but I think the seller one will be more interesting. Alright, I think the seller one will. So ignore the buyer. We will do the seller one, because dekat seller kan, then you will see more things that related to CMS, right? Add a new restaurant lah, add and everything. Yeah. So you will see more things that related to CMS. Raj, this one jangan share. So mampus aku kalau this one in case you decide to add it on your note, don't share it. So the client did not pay me, so that's why I use it. But normally I don't do it with clients, but the client did not pay me, so that's why I use it in class. But still lah, to share lah. Okay, so kita alright, kita break kejap. I think 8-10 minit lah, 8-5 minit, 10 minit. Alright, and then we continue back. Since I think today I'm the one who going to talk, so maybe I need longer break sikit lah. Alright, nak lunch dinner siap-siap, and then we continue after this. Okay, so 8-10 minit. Aku ingat Ramlan tanya pasal apa? Okay, kita sambung Okay, so today we are building proposal. All right, we are building proposal. So now you understand, right? You understand that it looks like this. All right, you understand that it looks like this. So what I'm going to have in my estimation, I will have this thing, right? So I will have here, for example, mobile application. Alright, nanti dekat bawah I will have the system. Dekat bawah I will have the content. So I only put the one that the user sees. Right, I only put the one that the user sees. So mobile application, and then I shared with you this one. Right, I shared with you this one. Okay, we use seller. So today we use seller. So how many pages do I have? All right, how many pages do I have? So I use this one. So I have this one. All right. So I will start with, for example, I will list down all the pages. So main page, login, all right, sign up. You have home, right, and then you have orders. Home and orders, orders. You see, they had orders empty, orders filled. This one is actually one page, although it looks like it's not two orders, but inside they have two orders. Orders empty and filled is the same thing. So we just do orders, orders. But later I might want to do orders. Under orders, I will have current orders. And then this one I will have past order. All right, and then I will have orders detail. All right, orders detail. Same thing as well. Choose rider. All right, orders details. Choose rider is orders detail. And then I will have choose rider, find rider. This one is choose my own rider. All right, another one is find the nearby rider. So, and then I have my restaurant menu and my restaurant. And then I have set restaurant close. And then I will have here edit restaurant info, edit restaurant info. Right, and then this one add and edit add and edit food. Profile, subscribe internal rider. I'm not sure what it is. Subscribe internal. Oh, add internal rider. Oh, add internal rider. So internal rider, choose plan, current plan, renew plan. All right. So internal rider, choose plan, current plan, renew plan, internal rider. choose plan. All right, current plan. All right, and then renew plan. Okay, so this I will put it modules. Right, this one I'll put it module. Right, by right I should put a little bit like here. All right, so once I have modules, I will have sub module here. Right, I will have sub module. For example, current order just now kan, current order apa orders, right? Some of the pages will have sub modules, right? Example just now, if you see kan under current order, right? You can check under current order kan actually ada dua tabs. Kan current order and past order. So that's a sub menu. Anything else that you see ada sub tak, let's see means beverage kan, yeah, this one add food, add and edit food, all right, and add and edit beverage kan, so add and edit food beverage. So under food, right, under food, add and edit food, maybe I will add here, insert row below, insert cell below. Salah. Alright, I will just do like this. Alright. Alright. And then this one is food and drinks. Okay. This one profile. I think profile also have view profile and edit profile kan. So because impossible lah, right? You can view but you cannot edit, right? So I think view profile, right? View profile, you have edit profile. Alright. Maybe actually this one actually I can make it rider. I can make it rider. And this one is already choose rider and find rider is choose rider and orders, current orders, and this one actually I can do. Alright, just a matter of rearrangement lah. Right? Main page, login page, sign up. Alright, this could be this thing, and then people will go. I just put it. Sorry, just put here forgot password or something. This one I do subscription and plan. Subscription and plan. So this one. Right. So basically, I think like this. Right. It's. I would do it like this. I would do it like this. So insert one row above. Subscribe right there. Okay. Once I have here. All right. Once I have this is the my mobile app. Alright, this is my mobile app part. This is my module. This is my sub module, and then this is I will put my estimation. Alright, estimation. Estimation is how many days will how many days will a normal developer create this page. Right. So a normal developer average is 3. So kalau you tak tahu, you letak 3 dulu. Kalau you tak tahu, you letak 3. Alright, kalau you tak tahu, you letak 3 dulu. Alright. And then kita tengok alright. Will there be any integration? Alright. This one normally 5. Okay. API call, one API call. Right. How many API call? How many API call? Maybe you can put 1 times API, right? 1 times number of API, all right? And then if there is no API, all right, no API, all right, 0.25. Okay, it can be an increment of 0.25. All right, and then average 3, average 3. Okay, login, how many API call? 1. 1 lah. Sign up, how many API call? 1. Forgot password, how many API call? 1. Alright. Current order, 1 API call. And then I think I put form lah. Kalau ada form more than 5 input, I will put add 1. Alright. Dia agak-agak tau, alright, agak-agak, but I try to find out. I know how to do it. I can do it from my head, but I try to find a formula so that you don't under or overestimate. So current order ni, alright. So this one is actually 1 API call. This one is 1 API call. Alright. So this one is, I think it's fair lah. 1. Right. 1 API call. 1. 1 is 1 day and not hour. So the number that I put here is man days, not hour. Alright. Kalau itu pergi cakap gila apa? So you want me to do it in 1 hour? No. Login in 1 hour? No. Is man days. Man days is number how many hour? How many days? Current order 1 plus order 1. Order detail, I will not put 1. Alright, order detail. You see there are a lot of things here. Alright, order details. I think there will be a lot of things. Alright, this is another API call. Right, to switch from ready to not ready is another API call. This is getting the information. This is getting the API call, the food ready and everything. Change it to ni ataupun tak. Right, so this one I will just put, and then I will just put 2 here. Right, so this one I will put 2. Choose rider is just 1. Find rider. All right, find rider. I put find rider. I think I put 2. All right, because I think it's more than 1 API. All right. Set restaurant close. This one actually a switch now. All right, set restaurant close. If I remember, it was a switch. Okay. This one is not creating an entire page. All right, it's not creating an entire page. So I will put it 0.25 or 5. All right, 0.5. 0.5. Okay, edit restaurant info. Edit restaurant info kan, because you see if I have ada API call tu dah 1, right? 1 API call. Alright. And then sebab dia ada 4 more than 5 input, I will add another 1. Alright, so this one I will just put 2. Alright, so view food, add, edit food, same thing. Add and edit food and drink actually is the same form. Alright. This one kan dah ada form. Alright, then you have the API and then you have photo. Alright, you have photo. So this one I will put 2 as well. Right, I will put 2. Actually, I will put 2, but if for your information, kan, food and drink actually is the same UI, but total will be 4 lah. Right. So view profile 1. Edit profile, alright, because of this principle, I will put 2, alright. So I will put more than 5 input, got camera, alright, because photo library and everything, I will put here. I will put that. Okay, and then subscribe rider, I think it's 1. Subscribe rider, I think it's 1. Internal rider, I will put 1. Subscribe rider, I will put 4. Choose plan, I will put 4. This one I will put internal rider, I will put 1. Current plan I will put 1. Renew plan I will put 1. Alright, so why do I put 4 here? Why do you think I put 4 there? Who knows why I put 4 there? Why K7? K7, you're the one who asked this question, so you should. Cuba jawab. Maybe because in 2 apps. No, nothing to do with 2 apps. When you subscribe, what will you do when you subscribe? Bila you subscribe? No, you not install data. Bila you order makanan, apa yang you kena buat? After you order kan, what will have you do? Tracking? No, before even tracking.
Is it payment processing, sir?
Yeah, the payment processing kan. So I say everything that has integration kan. What is integration? Integration is, for example, I need to go to payment website. That's integration. Alright. So that one, everything that is related to integration, I will put somewhere around 5, right? I think I put 4 here, right? So let's say how many main days is required to do this page. Kira, right? 30.5 man days. I think it's logic, all right? I think the last developer did it around this page. Unless if I forget a module. Homepage, all right? Actually, there's a homepage, kan? There's a homepage. This is the homepage. Chef cooking picture, welcome seller, login, sign up. All right, so there is no UI, there is no API and everything. It's just a button. Even you guys can do it within 1 or 2 hours, right? So yeah, well, we can put 0.25 as I put here, or if you want to up, kalau nak mahal sikit letaklah 0.5. Right? Kalau nak mahal sikit letaklah 0.5. Alright, you guys can do it within 1 hour, right? Putting an image and 2 buttons. Alright, but you kalau nak mahal sikit, we put 0.5. Alright, so that's the man days. 31 man days for this mobile app for the sellers. Any questions so far for this part? After this, we're going to do the API pula. That one, the cost will only come after the estimation.
Sekarang doing based on front end aja kan?
Correct.
Cost estimation for front end.
Correct. I got a message from check my email. Wow. Okay. Actually, no. Sorry. To answer that, actually, that one we cover API as well. Right. So that's why just now, whenever there's an API, you have to tambah satu. So whenever there's an API, you have to tambah satu, because that satu that I asked you to tambah just now is the effort to create an API. All right. So
I sir, is it the cost based on the how many days, like per days, how much or something like
yeah,
that?
and then nanti you akan darab dia punya days tu.
Okay, thank you, sir.
But it's not that. That's what I say. You have to come up with the main days first. Okay, kalau tak ada, I will do the system. Alright. So system very easy. CRUD, CRUD. You have CRUD. Create, read, update, delete. That's what a system is. Alright. You have to manage what? For example, you have to manage the restaurant. Alright. If a restaurant register to you, alright, if a restaurant register to you, then you have to add the restaurant inside. Alright. And then you have to manage buat 4 1 2 3 4. And then you have to manage the order. You want to see the order is there, is not there, and everything. Alright. And then the menu also you have to take care. Alright, you have to take care of the menu. Actually, you see like it normally is almost the same thing. So you have to have the rider also. Right, rider also will have the page, and then you have the food. Food also, right? Although restaurant manage it, but there might be a problem. I cannot edit lah, or maybe a new restaurant, right? You new restaurant don't know how to use the system. You tak bagi training. Maybe for the first time you have to edit for them. If I remember, kan, when I was in food delivery company last time, kan, memang ada seorang tau kerja masuk menu saja, right? Because all this restaurant is not IT savvy, right? So they just give the menu, and then macam Foodpanda also I think the same thing, right? They give the menu, and then somebody from Foodpanda will put it inside the app system. And then this one, payment. This is plan and payment, right? Plan in payment. And then users, customers, right? Customers. Any other modules that is not covered? Orders, yes. Riders, already have riders, yes. I have my restaurant information, everything. I have it. Add and edit food, I already have it. Profile is user selection and plan, right? Maybe other lah, accounts, income, expense, and everything. But yeah, plan in payment, restaurant income or something. That one we order lah. Income is order, right? For each of these, you will have create, read, update, delete. Create, all right, read, update, all right, delete. All right, so create, read, update. So everything create new restaurant, right? Read restaurant, update restaurant, all right, delete restaurant. Okay. So create new update, right? Something as well. Create new update for orders, menus, rider, food, plan and payment, and then customers. Right. So create order, create new order. All right. Same thing as well. Why have order? Because sometimes you order from me, but because people might have problem. All right. People might have problem. I already paid, but the order is not created. So people call customer service. And then customer service need to, okay lah, tak apa, I will edit for you, right? So create. They still need to do it manually, right? So update menu, delete menu, create new rider. All right, read the rider information, update rider, delete rider, create new foot, read foot, update foot, delete foot, create new plan. Right, create new plan, restore, read plan, right, update plan, and then delete the plan. All right, create customer, read customer, update customer, delete customer. Okay, so this is the so delete is one. Sama je. Tahu I should have done it. Create and update is 2 because read is 1. Right, so this is create boleh letak 3. Sorry, create I can put 3. Okay, so this one Okay, from there, I will try to get the sum. $49 Mendes. Right. When we talk about create, right? You see, why create 3, right? The work of create consists of setting up database schema, right? That's why it's slightly bigger. Creating the form, right? Creating the form, creating validation, all right? And then sending notification if required. Sending notification if required, right? If required. We're talking about it, right? Then I think register I will put 3 as well. So log sign up, normally people will not put 1. People will put 3. All right, because the email validation and everything. Validation. So that's what setting is, because that's why sending notification is required. For example, can I add a new restaurant? Okay. When I add the new restaurant, the restaurant want to know, congratulations, you have been added by admin. Right, that's what we call sending notification. That's why nanti you akan tengok balik lah, alright, because some of the thing you want to have notification to be sent. Alright, maybe not everything, maybe not everything. Maybe menu tak payah lah kan. Alright, maybe you tak payah. So I can put 2 for example. Alright, some okay. Rider, of course, you want congratulations, create new food. Alright, maybe you don't need. Alright, not every time. Pada menu kat atas I think double sebab dia mahal sikit. Alright, item buat double kan. Menu dengan food is the same thing. So I can just remove it. So for those which you think you want to send notification, congratulations, you have been added. Alright, you can add 3 lah. Alright. With the one yang macam simple je, tak ada notification, then you can be 2. Alright. So read is just showing the data. Alright, is showing the data from the database. So that normally that's what is 1. Delete is just removing the data. Right, delete is just removing the data from database, and then update is edit. create the form. All right, validation. All right, or and maybe send notification. All right, so that's the thing, right? That's the thing. Okay, so now we are ni. I have to add few line of code here. This is what we call mobile. I will put here mobile app project setup. Right? You nak kena create project, you nak kena create GitHub, you want to have to push the GitHub, you have to do the scaffold, you have to do the pubspec.yaml, all that is what we call mobile app project setup. Right? This one I can put 3 right away. Same thing as well, I can put here system, right? System project setup. Right, and I can put 3 here. And then kat bawah ni, normally you have integration. Integration means just now we have integrate with payment. All right, you have to call the payment provider. You have to daftar payment provider. You have to study the API. Right, study the payment provider API. You have to test and everything. Then only you can put it inside your application. Right, integrate with payment provider. So inside my drawing, all right, inside my drawing just now, all right, what will happen, all right, these are all that I can control, right? These are all that I can, this is all that I can control, which part of my system, all right? But my system also depend on other system. Alright, so macam payment provider, right? I cannot do it myself. I have to subscribe to a payment provider. So whatever that is not part of our system, right, I can put it here, payment provider. And normally, alright, normally I will have a somewhere slide over here that I will put here as well, dependencies. Dependencies means who else from my system I will connect to which system and why. All right. So for example, payment provider, email. All right. If you are sending email, you are not creating an email server. All right. You will put email provider. If you are sending notification, all right. If you are sending notification, to say that, all right, your rider is nearby, your menu has been added. All right. Then you have push notification provider here. All right, so all this, so you think, all right, because your app might depend to another person. For example, kan, maybe they want, oh no, I want Facebook login. I don't want Google Play login, right? They want, I don't want normal login. I want Facebook login. So I will put here Facebook for login. Right? They want. And then they say, oh no, I want Google login as well. Then I will put here Google sign in, right? Google for sign in. So everything to whom, siapa yang I rely on, I will put a list there, all right? And then I will replicate here, and then I will replicate here, and I will tell you what, all right, Facebook, Google, right? Maybe IP88, all right? And then just now I did Firebase messaging, right? And then Google email and Gmail. All right, these are all the dependencies of my system. All right, once I figure out, then I will add each of these. I will have one more line. Integrate with payment provider, integrate with Google login, integrate with Facebook login, integrate with Firebase, integrate with Facebook login, integrate with Google login, integrate with email provider, right? And then integrate with push notification, right? Some of this, everyone can put 5 here. This one could be 5. Facebook login can put email is actually tak susah. 2. This one will put 3. Right? So something like this. Why I put it here? Because I need the client need to know, all right? Facebook kan, if you want to do Facebook login, for example, you have to register it in the app, Facebook app. So for example kan, macam Lazada kan, alright, Lazada, they have this, alright, they have Lazada Facebook page. So if Lazada want to do Facebook login, alright, whoever who handle this page need to provide need to do the setup. All right, I need to do the setup inside the Facebook page. So this one I will say, why I put it here, I will say client, all right. Client needs to set the API key in client's Facebook page. All right, some of the thing macam ni kan, Google. Client needs to subscribe, alright, to Google and set the API key in Google page. Alright, Google page. This is Google Developer. IP88, for example, payment kan, because this one involve money. You buka account IP88, somebody need to pay. Alright, so we put here, for example, client needs to prepare document and subscribe to IP88 and provide us, right, with the API key, right? Firebase and Gmail is the same thing for Google, Firebase, Gmail, same thing. All right, so that's why I have one page to mention about the dependencies. Who is in charge of this? Is it me or is it client? All right, if it is me, then I will charge extra. All right, I have to say, all right, this is a setup. All right, to pay for IP88, the setup fee is 1,500. I will put it in my bill. All right, so that's the reason I need to find out what are the dependencies, and then I put it there. All right, so far, any questions? We have 2 more things from this part, then only we can get the total man days, and from that we can get the cost. Okay, this is development costs. And then you have the testing cost. So you have testing costs. And then this one is project management. Project management and then UI UX. Okay. Now that I have this, right now that I have this, how many time? How many? This was 33 plus 62. 33 plus 62 is 95. 10% of 95 is 10 lah, right? Project man. This one is normally 10% of the sum, right? How big is the project? This is a 90 days, 92 days project, 95 days project, 33 plus 62, plus 62. So it's a 95 days project, all right? So it is considered, if one person, it will be a 3-month project. All right, but normally it's not a 1% project. Normally it's a 2 or 3% project. So the project management cost is 10% of the total duration. So that's the key. UI UX normally is 5 days. All right. Testing normally is around 10% as well. So 10 days. Total project man days is 10 plus 62 plus 33 plus 5 plus 10. 120 man days. How many developers are there? So let's say that this one I put 2 developers, this one I put 1 developer, so there will be 3 developers. So 33 plus 62, right? I put 3 developers. Project duration, all right, is 62 plus 33, all right, divide by the number of developer that I have. Kita buat 31.66. This is days, 31. Oh, project duration. I have to calculate everything. Project duration. I have to calculate every. Oh, sorry. Betul lah. This one is development duration. Development duration. So I back to ni. So 62 plus 33. All right, divide by 3. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. Masa ni silap ni. D77. D77 campur D37. Alright, D77. Sorry, not D77. D71, right, to D71, right, divided 31.66. How many months? How many months? Bukan 31 bahagi 30. This one you have to divide by 22. Kan? Campur Sabtu, tolak Sabtu Ahad, tolak and everything. That is going to be 1.5 months of development work. Okay. Then I will come up with my project duration slide. From here, I will come up with my jangka masa project slide. Alright, so this one depend. Actually, I lupa tambah training kan? I lupa tambah training. So this one is training. Training and training. I will just add it here. Training Dekat sini testing course, training, right? Training is 5. It does not affect the development and everything, but it will affect this one kan. Tambah 5. Okay, so bengkel requirement gathering, alright, bengkel requirement gathering 10 days, alright, because of the 10% is a 10 days, so it's 2 minggu. Pembinaan dan konfirmasi UI UX is 1 week, alright, based on ni Pembinaan aplikasi, alright, pembinaan aplikasi pembinaan sistem uji, testing testing, alright, to 2 minggu. Pembinaan aplikasi just now, alright, pembinaan aplikasi, if you don't want to scratch your head, alright, you can put pembinaan aplikasi dan sistem. Pembinaan aplikasi dan sistem is 1.5 months, 1 bulan, 1.5 month. Testing 2 minggu, training dan penggunaan sistem 3 ke 5 hari. So it's going to be a project of 3.5 months, right? Project of 3.5 months, right? However, right, when the actually, right, this is tipu a little bit, right? Not tipu, because we want to have a buffer, right? We want to have a buffer. Okay, so that's why we do like this. For example, kan, we have bengkel requirement studies. What is a bengkel requirement studies? This is where you will meet the customer, all right, and you will meet the customer and you ask, okay, what do you want? The UI that you have here, the UI that we have here, kan, is actually what is produced in this phase. Before that, customer just beritahu, right, I want this thing, I want this thing, I want this thing, I want this thing, I want this thing. Oh, I want this, right? They will tell it sebagai mulut lah dalam mulut. Let me see if I have an example of an FST. Okay, same thing because they don't pay me, then I have the right to share it to you. No lah, right? I share it to you for learning purposes lah, right? But yeah, nothing to yeah. So when they meet us on the foot, actually this one is not really, no, it's waterfall lah. So when they meet me on the first time they meet us, dia akan beritahu lah, these are all the business rules. Alright, for example kan, I want to record what? I want to record first name, last name, photos, date of birth, email, phone number. And then this one, right? If you never tell me, I will not know, right? So that's why it's very important during the requirement gathering and everything, for you to tell me what you want, all right? For example, I want user to be able to kan, you see Food Panda kan, all the filter, right? Oh, ini produk halal, apa you have this That one have to be predefined. You have to be planned, and you have to tell. You have to put it inside this document. Because if you tell, I will never know. All right. So inside this page, each of the page now we have each of the page kan. Dia kena tu lah, right? So for example, this one kan, they want to register favorite delivery address. If you never tell me, I will never know that you want to have that, right? So it's basically you have this UI, right? You have this before this UI can even being produced, right? This kind of document need to be there. Right? This is what normally happen during the bengkel requirement gathering, right? During the requirement gathering workshop, this is what you do. All right. So but before kan tadi tengok sebelum doesn't mean that this can only start here, right? For example, if you see kan, let's see back our ni kan, setup project already 3 weeks, 3 days. Kan, for each setup project is 3 days. Login, sign up is already like 4-5 days, alright? But this can start already. Betul tak? This can start already. So doesn't mean that the project will be 3.5 months. Alright, the project, if we put one after another, will be 3.5 months. But some of the things we can start during the bengkel requirement gathering. Right, but that is the bonus. Right, we don't say it to the customer. It's a bonus for us. We know that actually as a developer we have 3 weeks of buffer. We have 3 weeks that we are not going to count. So kalau siap awal, then it will be a bonus for the client and for us lah. Alright, but normally kan project confirm delay. I'm not saying that project normally delay. But by having that 3 weeks of buffer, it reduces the delay. So that if I say you alright, all this app can be built in 1.5 months, confirm delay. Alright, but as somebody who create the project plan, macam ni, this is what I'm doing. I'm creating the project plan. I'm telling the developers that actually, alright, it's your on paper is 1.5 months, but actually you have 2 months of development work because of this buffer that I give you. Any questions so far? Because I need to take my drinks for 2 seconds, for 1 minute.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, untuk bab training penggunaan sistem tu, normally we can do the documentation enough ready kan, sir? Or kita kena kasih juga training untuk for them?
Depends, but because every time this one you charge, so it's up to you. It's not a free training. After this, then every main disk is chargeable.
Oh, got it, sir. Got it. So which means the documentation building all part of this.
It's part of the testing. Documentation building is part of if it's part of the 10%. Actually, sorry, this one should be 1 week. Testing is the document part building is part of the 2 weeks. 2 minggu here and part of the 10% that I put just now. So all that is part of the training. Also, the documentation is part of the 10% just now on the top part. Okay. All the reporting normally you should provide weekly report or something, right? Is part of the 10%. So that's why the bigger it is, then the 10% will be bigger because all of these things. So yeah, we get a drink first. Ya Allah. Balah tak nak bagi balik lah. Malam minum air guys. Okay, so now that I have this, then I can calculate the cost. Senang aja. Alright, so now they have 195 man days, including the training and everything. I lupa tambah training 200. Okay, and then you have to know your man days cost. What is the man days cost? Is actually how much do you charge per day? Right, there is a market rate for this. Right, there is a market rate for this. You're gonna follow lah market rate tu. It could be, or if you're doing a long project, I think it's let's see. Kita guna ni calculate. Does it make sense? Times 22. Okay, so the market rate is around this. Right, so this one from here to here, betul kan? Make sense kan? Ni 400. This is the how many working days 8,800. So you tengok don't kill the bucket, right? Right, this is this. It depends, right? It depends. So normally again you calculate the average cost, right? You have your PM, or you have your project manager, which normally you, and then you have your business analyst, and then you have your senior developer. All right, and then you have your developer, right, and then you have your tester. All right, so if let's say, and then you have the director lah, right? Well, director also paid, what? You have a director, all right? Because director is the one to do business. And then how many markup you want? So let's say I want to kita tengok lah. We just go to LinkedIn lah. We just go to LinkedIn and see. Well, lebih kurang lah. Alright, plus maybe this one is maybe 7,000. This one maybe 5,000. Right, director maybe 10,000. Right, this is the cost of each person. So I will have this number. Alright, I will have this number. Alright, and then how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8,000. Right, divided by 6. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is monthly, right? Divide by 22. Alright, 290 lah, right? 290. Okay, Farman. These are all the orang inside this project. This is their monthly salary for all these orang. Agak-agak. I'm just it's not accurate. I just give numbers here. I just give numbers. And then from here I will get the average salary average. So this one divide by 8 ni kan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will divide by 6. This is the monthly salary of all these people. Some company got 2 directors. So if then you get 2 directors, you have to put 2. So semua tu bergantung. And then from here, all right, I will divide by 22. All right, so this one I will divide by 22. So this is the average. All right, this is the average man days for my company, or for all this. Of course, you will mark up. All right, how much you want to mark up? 30, 20, 30, 40, all right, 1.4 for example. So might be 400. All right, so let's say that I take 400, right? So 4 to 1,002, 4 to 1,002. But normally, if you do project like this, you don't put 1,002. 1,002 is normally for change request, and they can track out what is a change request. All right, so let's say that Let's say that I decide this is the rate that I want to give. All right, 500 lah, 500. So the project is 200. All right, times 400. All right. So you can guess now it's going to be 80,000. All right. So for the system and for the mobile app. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create another page here. Inside this page, I will add a table. Kerja. Mandates. Mandates is, people know what mandates is, so you need to like, the work, the task, right? The work, the task, the mandates, and then the cost. That's what we're going to do, right? This is the work. So this is breakdown costs. If you put like that, people macam gila what? 80,000, right? If you put like that, people like gila. So what I'm going to do is I will do that like this. All right, project management. All right, which include requirement gathering. All right, document project management and business analyst. Requirement gathering, documentation, system training, and then requirement gathering, and then development workshop. All right, development workshop. How many days? All right, and then this one is system development. All right, mobile app development. And then you have testing. This one have to put here. This one have to put here as well. All right. So what you can do as well, when I present, I always do like this supaya dia nampak kecil. Alright, supaya dia nampak kecil. If you put like that, one big shot, they will. Oh, UI UX, UI UX normally people would pay. Alright, people would pay for UI UX. Alright. $33 and $62. 33 and 62. 62 and then 33 and 33. $13,200. 20 is to 4,800. All right, 24,800. Okay, and then plus 13,200 plus 4,000 and 42,000, 80,000. Alright, but this one ni lah, I think quite risky as well. Nanti dia tengok, takkan 32,000 here. So this one, so you actually it makes sense as well because a project manager is paid. Normally project management is more expensive. Or maybe I do a wrong calculation. I think I macam salah. 33 plus 62 plus 10, 105. Maybe just now I make a wrong. Oh, total. Why I think there is a wrong calculation somewhere. I don't think it's 200. Macam ni kan. Wait. Let me, because I don't think it's 200. Let's try one more time. So, okay. Training. All right. Plus testing. Plus test. Training plus testing. So Okay. One more. So this one plus this one, sorry, this one plus this one plus this one, sorry, this one plus this one. Salah. Right. This one plus this one plus this one plus this one. No, plus plus D37, right, plus D71 plus D71 plus 15 plus 10 plus 15 138, selesai, bukan 200, 138. No, not so 10, sorry, what am I doing? D71 plus 15, right, plus 15, right, 128. So 128 times 400 is, that's what I said, the project manager cannot be that big, times 128 times 400, 128 times 400 is 51200. Right, 51200. So it's not 1, 2. This one times 400, 5120. All right, that one, if I decide, it's going to be 400. So this one, 51200. 51200 minus 4000 minus 24800 minus 13200. This one is around 9200, which is, now it makes sense because takkanlah project management more expensive than ni, right? 9200 divided by 400. Right, so this one is 23 minutes. Alright. But I think when I did it, bila I buat, tadi I accumulate everything tau, kan? Just now I accumulate everything. But if I'm not mistaken, last time when I did it, normally the 400 is for this. This one I mark up. Alright, let's say that the 23 man days, right? I mark it up to, for example, 600. Right, so this one is around 13,000. Yeah, this one I mark up. Because why? Because of course this is where I pay all the manager. This is where I pay myself. I'm a director, right? What does director do? Director prepare contract. Kan, we have to sign the contract. We have to prepare the sign of contract. You have to prepare the contract, right? Because right, you have to create contract and everything. You have to create proposal. This is where I pay myself. I'm not paying myself here, I'm paying myself here, right? I'm preparing this proposal, normally it takes me. I go pitching, I go present, this is where I'm going to pay myself back. That's where the 10% comes on. So normally, the mandates for here, normally I will not put 400, I will put slightly higher, right? Because this is where I pay myself. So in the end, so the project cost is ni lah, the project cost is ni. Okay, so that's the project costs. Any questions?
Sir, you
Yes.
mean the total is 13,200?
13,200 plus 2 for, no, it's, you cannot calculate that. That one is only for the mobile app.
So
It's for everything.
Okay.
555,800. This is for company. So that's the questions. Let's say that, because for example kan, why I do like this? Because let's say that, mahal lah. Then kalau mahal, then you go get somebody to do your UI. When somebody got the UI, so this one is no longer part of the cost. Or maybe then if it's mahal, then you get somebody to create you the system. Then I will only create the mobile app. So that's why I do like this as well. So the mobile app is 50,000. Right? If somebody can create you the system easily, cheaper, or you want to develop yourself, then the cost will be nearer. Right? Of course, this also will be reduced. If somebody develop the system, this will not be mandates 23 mandates anymore. This will be something around 10 mandates, because the 6 is coming from. This is 6%. 23 minus 6 is essentially coming from this. So this is ni kalau you do freelance, remember you have this. you have this thing, the one that I do just now, the one that I do now. If you doing freelance, kan, I buat ni lah, gaji tu, gaji ni, gaji tu, gaji ni, gaji tu. You have to calculate lah how much is your freelance rate. So how much is your salary, right? How much is your salary? And then let's say that developer kan salary dia lebih kurang macam ni kan. So senior kalau junior macam ni lah kot kan. Alright, kalau junior junior could be something like this. Alright, so let's say that I put here, right? Now there is no director, there is no ni in equation anymore. There is no all these people. Alright, divide by 22. Alright, you will have this price. Alright, this is as a freelancer. This is as a freelancer. I'm a developer freelancer. And of course, then you decide how much you want to mark up. Just now I do 40%. I will do the same thing. Alright, so this might be your daily cost, right? It might be cheaper, right? But normally a company, the average will be somewhere around this. Ni. Project calculation sheet is inside the slide already. This one. Oh, sorry. This one. So if you're doing, but if you are yourself, I'm talking about a company, so that's why I get this number. Alright, but if you're doing it by yourself, then you buat balik lah, right? How much kalau you berhenti kerja, how much will it cost you? Alright, let's say you have your salary. You have your salary, for example, alright? This one, right? And then this is your daily salary. Of course, you want to mark up a little bit, and then you just put lah 40% or 30%. It depends, 30%, 40% markup. So that might be your daily cost. But then the more you are closer to this number, then might as well I buat dengan company, right? Because company, I think the rate is something like this.
Sir,
Okay.
Sorry sir, yang 400 dengan 1200 ni range untuk company normally charges, is it? Minimum and maximum.
Correct.
Okay. What determines the different price variations? 400 to 1200, like.
That's not the gaji, the salary. So if you are using Java kan, so Java developer is no longer 5,000-6,000. It's going to be 10,000. Kan tadi kan just now, right?
Oh, okay.
Kan just now all the team member in the company kan. If you're talking about SME, now my I'm not saying my salary is 10,000 lah kan. If you're talking about startups, then the director might not need. But some companies, if you outsource it to Accenture, do you think Accenture will charge you? The director is paid 10,000? No. All right. You think the project manager there how much? So it depends which company. You charge it to Accenture, then different. If you to SME, then different. Startup is different. So you get like salary ni, and then you think, well, alright. So the mandate is that. I think normally people put 4,600 lah. 4,600. I think 400 is. I think actually this is cheap. So I think I will just. I think this is cheap. Alright. I think this is cheap actually. Yeah. So I think to be more realistic, I will just put 600. We just put 600. So 400, I think is very cheap. It's like startup cheap, right? Startup cheap. But if you're talking about 10, when you talk about the company only have like 10 employees, normally it's no longer 400, right? Because it's 600 or something. So if you can do the same thing, I will just show you all the UI lah. You have the that's why. That one is because they are using apa? Because they are using US rate kan. Sama juga lah kan. Because actually salary wise is the same number normally kan. You got 3,000 in Malaysia, in US also you go to Euro also you get 3,000. Okay, I think if you rider app you don't have, so we just I just share you. So basically, right, if you want, I don't really force you to do it. But as an exercise, you can do it for the rider app, and you can do it for a customer app, right? Buyer app will be more expensive, that's for sure, right? So as an exercise, you have this, right? Buyer app, and you have the seller app. Seller app will be cheaper than rider app will be cheaper than the seller app, right? So that's there. So maybe you can start with this first, right? This will be cheaper. You tengok je lah, right? Some of the thing we already calculate, right? Some of the thing we already calculate, right? So you can so you can do that, all right? Once you have this, you will get a number. Now you know how much does it takes to create a food delivery app. People always ask, how much nak create food delivery like Food Panda and everything, and now I already teach you how to create one for the seller. Now you have the UI for the buyer and for the all right? You have the UI. Then you can know, right? Busuk-busuk pun, right? Malay cakap busuk-busuk pun. Normally this one is ni darab 3 lah, right? So for me to create one is going to be 70 this one, right? 55 darab 3, at least busuk pun 150,000. Alright, but knowing that the buyer app normally will have more things, then it will be around 200,000, alright, if you want to create a food delivery app. Okay.
Sir, nak tanya. Kalau planning, okay, kata kita planning 1.5 bulan, and then tiba-tiba project delay jadi another 1 more month, kan? So the additional 1 more month itu consider extra main days, kan?
Maknanya, why does the project delay?
Okay, so kita kena kasih justification. In that case, is the buyer customer should be liable for the payment on the extra main days ke?
Kenapa dia delay? If it's because your developer need more time, then it's not their fault, it's your fault. Because you didn't do the thing properly.
Right.
You cakap dekat sini create new restaurant 3, but actually it takes 5 days for them. Then whose fault is that? So they are not going to responsible because you put 3 here. If you misinterpret what the customer want, all right? For example, I don't know, for example ni, that's why everything need to be documented. Kalau you miscalculate here, then it's your fault. Then the customer don't need to pay anything because you yang salah. You have to send a letter of I'm sorry, I want to panjangkan lagi my things. If the customer is nice, they will say okay. If the customer is not nice, yes, but you have to pay us penalty or something. Then so that's the thing. Because you miscalculate, right? If the customer suddenly want to add stuff which is not listed, then kalau dia kata sini kan, jap, I have this UI. Ini login biasa lah, right? We already agree on this. We already agree on this. Let's say that we already agree on this. Login kan. And then say, nak tambah login Facebook kat sini lah. Kan? Okay ni, dah okay ni, tapi I nak macam nak tambah login Facebook lah. So what you should do? What should you do in that case? So if you add, then you add lah kan. Oh, tak apalah. Kesian lah kita add. Kan? It was not here. Alright, it was not here in the first place. But for example kan developer cakap kan, tak apalah kita add je lah. Tak apa, dapat add je. Dia diam-diam add kat belakang ni, tak beritahu you kan. Customer call you, call the developer and say, okay, tambahkan login Facebook kat sini. Macam okay kan. And then the developer, he's not aware that the thing is not part of the thing, part of here. Dia tambah, and then the next thing you find out that there is a Facebook. Tak apalah kan. And then you kick it. Because of that Facebook, that Facebook only cost 5 days. Obviously, if you don't plan it, obviously there will be a delay of 5 days somewhere. The 5 days that you do it because customer cakap, alright, it was not part of the plan. Right, it was not part of the plan. And then suddenly customer kata, oh ni tambah sikit ni. Tukarlah UI ni, I tak suka lah warna ni. That one tu siapa, I tak suka lah ni. Then you are in dilemma, you want to charge or not? Alright. If you do, then of course there will be a project delay. Then that's a fault lah, right? Because you don't charge in the first place. That's what we call a change request. Between development and customer, but normally you have to, I close kejap. Normally you have to ask the lawyer to draft the contract. You can draft yourself if you want, but normally if you are serious, then you have to ask customer to, you have to draft the contract. Yeah. Actually, I was opening something confidential, so I need to turn off for a while. Just get the. Okay, we'll just show it here. All right, we'll just show it here. So just now, I was talking about change request. So let's say that you already done your thing. All right, you already done the thing. You already doing everything. And suddenly, they said, hey, I want to add login with WeChat. Oh, login with WeChat. Login with TikTok. All right, now TikTok is very popular, right? Login with TikTok. But TikTok is not part of the thing, right? It's not part of the thing that I initially scoped for. But they want me to add that. All right. If you don't charge, then that TikTok thing, all right, will cost you a duration. All right. So there is this thing that you have to learn that is basic in project management, which is called scope, cost, and time triangle. All right. This is a very if you everyone who learn project management, if you learn this in school, all right, they in school, in university, they will always tell you about this. All right. So this need to be balanced. Right, this need to be balanced. So if one change, the other will change. Scope is the one that scope is the one that I list down just now. So let's say that if they add things here, obviously this and this will be affected as well. All right. So if they add something here, this will be affected, and this will be affected. All right. If you add here, all right, if you add the time is added, all right, oh suddenly kan, no, I want it to be reduced. Tak nak 1 bulan. I tak nak 3 bulan, I nak 2 bulan je. So if this is reduced, then what you should do, okay, if you want to, kalau you tak nak 2 bulan, no, my project is 3 months. If you want to reduce it, then scope need to be reduced, all right, you just remove whatever that you don't want. Alright, if you remove whatever that you don't want, then we can arrange for it to be 2 months, and of course the cost will be reduced as well. So that's what this triangle mean. Alright, so if scope bertambah, masa akan bertambah, harga akan bertambah. If let's say that kurang sikit, right, cost tak kurang, boleh, cost boleh kurang, but what you want to reduce, for me to reduce your cost, apa yang tak penting, let's delete, let's buang apa benda yang tak penting. Alright, then we will reduce it. Alright, it will reduce the cost. Alright, because all these are related. So this is something that's basic on project management. And I was saying, same thing as well. Right, so let's say that tiba-tiba dia nak TikTok, but TikTok is not part of the plan. So that's whatever that you are facing is they will ask you are supposed to come out with a change management, change request. Right. So normally kalau say okay, dia nak ni, alright, just check back this like the master template. Sorry tak ada dekat sini TikTok. Alright. Whatever yang tak ada dekat sini TikTok, then I have to come up. I have to charge you separately. So I know that to integrate to TikTok, for example, it will take around 3 days, alright, around lebih kurang macam ni kan, Google login, it will take you 3 days. So apart from change TikTok, maybe they want to add, I want to do one more thing. Alright, I want to do one more thing. I want to add, this is it, right? 1 day, 2 days, right? Then I will come up with what I call a change request document. So I will come up with a change request. Let me close here, because when I close, actually I'm getting my document template so that you can, in case change request. Okay, so this is the thing. Normally I will have this. So let's say that okay, I want to add this modul tambahan XSX untuk modul tambahan untuk aplikasi mobil. Just now Big Mama, alright, Big Mama. Tambahan ke appendix. Normally my thing will have appendix one. These are all the requirement that we agree on. Thermal commercial, the company name lah, Big Mama Sdn Bhd. and Big Mama and anak cuyu Senang Berhad, for example, example. And then this is the thing, right? The thing, for example, tambahan integrasi TikTok, alright, ataupun kategori baru dessert or something, kategori tambahan kategori item jual barangan, right? Barangan bukan makanan, for example. Ataupun maybe they want to tambahan bayaran melalui kad kredit, right? Because but I need to be credit, right? Kad kredit because I specify right? You never said kad kredit before. You only say FPX, right? FPX and kad kredit, different thing. And then all this, I will do the same thing. I will have my mandates. And normally in my contract, kan, when I create my contract in the first place, I already put down, right? For every mandate, the charge will be different, right? So this is where just now I was talking about 400 to 1,200, and this is where normally I can put, I can put it slightly like this, this, all right? Because normally you always put this one more expensive than yang tadi tu, alright? Developer technical, ni pereka graphic design, graphic UI, alright? Oh, I want a new page. So new page maybe I put alright, pengurus project maybe like this one, alright? So now benda ni 7 mandates, alright, 7,000 lah. Or maybe kalau I kesian bagilah apa 800 selepas discount. Oh, maybe then this 3 module we will cost around this, alright? So this normally this thing, right? Normally this thing I will just screenshot lah, right? Because just now it was not properly formatted. This thing normally will be inside my proposal as well, right? So somewhere here, change request, I will have it. I will have it here as well. Okay, any questions? Okay, last few things. Project methodology. Right, so normally you have this project methodology, right? Normally there are 2 project methodology. One is waterfall, one is scrum. This is what we call freecodecamp got a video. Okay lah, freecodecamp also have what, right? Freecodecamp also have. So if you want more information,
your work can feel much.
Because I know by practice lah, right? I don't know by theory, right? I'm not certified project manager or something. I know by practice. But if you want, alright, if you want the theory part, maybe, right, you can watch freecodecamp. Okay, waterfall tak ada lah. And then the business of building app.
This comprehensive design for you and see them, or you might go from each other. So
got scrum. No, this one is more. And I have it 6. Yeah, if you want, alright, you can go. Yeah, you can go this part. So this might be a good reference. Okay, so you normally will define the project methodology as well. So normally there are 2. One is waterfall, and another one is scrum. Okay. What is waterfall? Waterfall is you have these different phases that I already shared with you previously. Five, I call it what? 4D, 1T. So define, design, develop, testing, and deploy, right? I call it 4D, 1T, all right? So inside waterfall, these need to be one after another. All right, so you will do bengkel 2 minggu. Lepas bengkel 2 minggu, kita tunggu seminggu lagi. Konfirmasi UI UX. After that, development aplikasi dan sistem 1.5 bulan. After that, testing. After that, trading and penggunaan sistem. Right, so you understand? Okay, wait 2 minggu. Tunggu seminggu. After that, 1.5 months. After that, 2 weeks. After that, penggunaan sistem. Right, you got the idea. So this is a waterfall approach. You wait one after another. Okay? There is another approach which is called Scrum. How does Scrum works? This is in a nutshell lah. Nanti you tengok banyak lagi benda tau, but I'm just telling you in a nutshell. How does Scrum works is I have this number. Total is 3.5 months. Right? I know that total is 3.5 months, and I will have these particular modules. I know that all the modules that I have. All right. So I have the list of modules here. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select a duration, a short duration, which is called the sprint duration. The sprint duration will be from 1 to 4 weeks. Right? It could be from 1 week. So what? Let me. So I select get. I know my project estimation is 3.5 months. I decide on a sprint duration. All right, that duration from 1 to 4 weeks. Normally people put 2 weeks. From that sprint duration, I will get my sprint. All right, what is a sprint? Sprint, for example, I have 3.5 minggu bahagi 2 berapa, right? So what, I have 3 months. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, I will have 7 sprint. The first 2 weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, then I will have 7 sprints for a project of 3.5 months. All right, divided by 2 weeks because we already selected 2 weeks. What I'm going to do is, instead of having a project plan like this, I'm going to have a project plan by sprint. Right, sprint 1, sprint 2, right, sprint 3. Up. Yeah, table. Sprint 1, all right, sprint 2, all right, sprint 3, and then sprint 4, and then everything, all right, sprint 5, all right, sprint 6, and then sprint 7. From here, what will happen? I have all the thing here. I kena pecahkan. Let's say that for the first sprint, I want to do mobile app, home. Main page, home, and restaurant module. So I kena pecahkan lah. So after 2 weeks, customer will have main page and home on the app. Then customer will have the restaurant page. Then they will have the order, all right, for the app. Then after that, they might have the rider over here. All right. Then they might have the integration, integration with payment. All right, subscription kan, subscription. All right, or maybe somewhere over here, I will add a profile as well. So what will happen here is every 2 weeks, I have to, by the end of these 2 weeks, I have to finish this. Minggu ketiga, keempat, I have to finish this. Minggu kelima, keenam, I have to finish this. And then this one, right? So I have, same thing as well, I have to find out from the system what I can put for each sprint. All right? And inside each sprint, this thing will happen. All right? Dalam masa 2 minggu, they will do all this. 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 So everything will be defined within the 2 weeks. All the whatever that you saw on life cycle, on waterfall just now, everything will be happen in 2 weeks, right? So requirement define dalam minggu tu lah. UI pun siap-siap buat minggu tu. Actually lebih kurang lah, right? Because normally, right, while the developer is developing, the project team, the one that involved in project management will plan for the next sprint. Right, we plan for the next sprint. So that's what Scrum is all about. So yang ini you bundle everything at the end, you wait until everything finish. This one you do it module by module. Right, you do it module by module. Alright, so you have to understand properly. Let's see Scrum, ada tak Scrum definition or something, so that we can just double check Scrum. We just double check if I seem nonsense ke tak. So I think this picture, alright, this picture should. Yeah, I think I saw something like this. Alright, something like this. So if you want something that is descriptive, this picture is more descriptive, alright. This picture is more descriptive. So you have all your things, alright. All of this will happen during the sprint. Alright, all this thing will happen during the sprint. So the product backlog is the list just now, right? The product backlog is the list just now, the one that we did together, the document that we did together. From that, again, is this page, alright. You have the sprint backlog. Sprint backlog is something that I try to do like this lah, alright. And then dia akan buat ni lah. They will do every 1 or 2 weeks. This will happen, alright. Dia akan planning, implementation review, retrospective, and then sama juga duration ya, But by having this, alright, you don't have the long workshop at the end. You don't have the long testing at the end. Everything will be done continuously. And then of course when they find out that ada benda tak kena lah, alright, they find out earlier rather than they find out at the end, alright. And then actually something is wrong there, but the product is already done lah. You cannot but this one you constantly testing, alright. And then if something happen, they find out at the beginning rather than waiting everything at the end. Okay? But if you want to do this, imagine your customer, the people need to commit to test the app every 2 weeks. And you also, as a project manager, right, you can manage your team. Then you have to meet the customer. You have to commit that. I'm going to manage testing for them every 2 weeks. I will do requirement gathering workshop every 2 weeks. I will do the thing every 2 weeks. So you also have to commit. Customer also have to commit. So when you select a project management, tak macam ni ke, tak macam ni, atau macam ni, right? You have to take everything in consideration. Normally, I will include that as well in my proposal. All right. Normally, I will include that in my proposal. I will get the sample page from my proposal just now. Up. Where was it just now? I will do something like this. Actually, I, I admit lah, mine is hybrid a little bit. Right? I claim that I use Scrum. But actually, right, I only use Scrum for development. Right? I don't use Scrum for the because if not, you need the client to be committed every 2 weeks. So that's especially for the requirement getting. So mine, if I will explain to them, well, I'm doing Scrum, but not really Scrum. They don't know lah. They don't know. But I know that I claim that I use Scrum, but actually I'm only doing it for development. So let's try to see what I write. So at the beginning, I will do the workshop and UI UX. So at the beginning, that's it. All right. I will do these two things first at the beginning. So it's like waterfall already. All right. It's like waterfall already. But I will do a weekly report to tell them what have been done, what is the problem that we need from Big Mama. This one, yeah, Big Mama. All right. And then the planning. So I will keep reporting to them every week, and then I will give them the apps every 2 weeks. Right? So just that one. If you are talking about waterfall, then they have to wait for the app to finish. All right. But in Scrum, all right, every 2 weeks I will give them the app, all right, to get the feedback. All right. Project diberikan berdasarkan fasa dan modular. So I will have my documentation just now, my requirement just now. I will have it by phases. Alright. So yang pertama mungkin this app. The second one is this module. For example, inside app ada shop. Alright. But shop can be built independently. So that's what it means modular. Right. The shop is one module. The video, the study is one modules and everything. And then alright. So at the same time, I tell them as well. Well, you don't need to wait for 3 months. If you decide after 2 months, since everything is modular, right? Everything is modular. For example, kan, the strategy kan normally will be something like this. Right? The strategy will be something like this. If I'm the project manager, right, I will do this first. I will do login, sign up, forgot password. I will do my restaurant. I will do add and edit. That's it. Why? Because it's modular. Once you have that 3 module, you can already go to restaurant, and then you can already sell the product. Kakak ni boleh masukkan menu ni. Masukkan menu sekarang, nanti dah lagi 2 minggu, bolehlah ambil order kan. You can do something like that because the thing is modular. Alright, sekarang ni kalau ambil free, alright. Now if you take it free, alright, daftar je dulu, masukkan menu siap-siap, because they will take like 1 or 2 weeks to put in all the menus. Masukkan menu siap-siap, if you want, and then dalam masa 2-3 minggu lagi dah boleh ambil order. Alright, that's what I mean by modular. You don't need to wait everything to finish. Alright, if you do waterfall, everything need to be finished, then only people can use it. Then only I can the sales team can go to selling the product or not. Right, so that's a little bit slight difference lah, right, between waterfall and Scrum. But again, if you want to do Scrum, then you want to do real Scrum, right? If you want to do the real Scrum, then the customer need to be involved lah, right? Okay. Any questions? We have this, we have this. This is infrastructure, all right, this is infrastructure. So I will have like one page talking about AWS and everything, but normally I will have something that is more detailed than this. All right. Because these people, the client that I'm working with at the moment is not tech savvy. And then if I say that but normally I will have 2 more pages lah. Over here I will have the services that I use and why. Right. And then if the customer is the one who's going to pay for the AWS, estimation costs for each services. Right. So this one I already showed to you, right? I showed to you where you get it. You should get it from AWS cost calculator. Alright, so this is your module 2 as well. Kalau you lupa, you have to tengok balik the video. Alright, so basically this is the infrastructure, this is the graph and everything. This is the service that I use. So I letaklah kat sini. I will do master slave. These are all the things that we do together. I will have API gateway. I will have EC2 set on auto scaling. I will have S3. I will have SDN. I will have data. This one is what? What is this? So this is my EC2. I can't see what is this. This is my EC2. This is my, this is development and staging, right? This is development and staging. And then I will explain, right? All these are all the servers that I need, why I use it, and then these are the cost estimation cost for each service, in case, right? In case you need to, yeah. And now, of course, I will put here as well when I'm preparing the proposal, I will put here what is included and not included in my service. Alright, so this one, ni soalan exam SLDN tau, alright. If apa? Kalau Faiz and everything, they want to this is exam question. You have who pay for the App Store? Who pay for the AWS? Who pay for the IP88? Alright, who pay for the FPX? Who pay for the Google Play? Alright, who pay for the testing device and everything? Alright, you have what is included as part of your service? Who pay for the domain name? Alright, kan you want to anak2u.com.my. Well, somebody need to pay for that. Do you have to pay the domain name, or I have to pay the domain name? So this one also I is part of the quotation. Alright, what is included and not included in my service. Alright, so App Store and Google Play normally no, I don't include it. So they have to pay lah, 25 USD. This one is 99 USD. But I will specify lah. Maybe I put there lah. Okay, I will help you set up. Right? Who will you help to set up the account and everything? Right. So that's maybe if you want me to set up your account, you pay me another 500. Alright. So that's part of the quotation as well. So let's see. This one done. I think I'm gonna scope. Finally, right? Finally is but this one is SLA. You just tengok. And then documentation, right? Documentation. 2 more things, and then that's it. 2 more things. Maintenance and documentation. Okay, so you have your project already, You have your project already. Yeah, that's the project cost. Once the project is done, will you get any money or not from the customer? That you need to think. All right. So after the project is done, how long will you support them? All right. So that's what we call the warranty. How long will you support them? Right. For example, I put here Aktiviti pengenalan akan diuruskan oleh syarikat X, alright, selama this one. This means that I'm going to support them for 1 year. Alright, you don't need to support them from 1 year if you don't want. If you want, you can put 3 months. It's normal lah. People put 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. Normally it's normal. I put that 1 year because I charge them. Alright, every time support, they have to pay something. And then what is the support? Alright, bayaran kos bulanan normally people don't do lah, but I do because I charge them monthly. Alright, normally people don't do. Server monitoring dan maintenance dan system patch. This is, for example, if there is a new OS, if there is a new version of PC, Windows Server, or there is a new version of Linux server, somebody need to upgrade the server. Alright, so that's part of the service that I'm proposed. Maintenance aplikasi mobil berdasarkan OS yang baru keluar di pasaran. So let's say that just now, right, I put 12 and 13. Suddenly 14 comes out, right? It's part of my 14 comes out and then the app crash. Well, it's part of my maintenance service. Right, it's part of my maintenance service. That every time there is a new update, then I will ni. Pembaikan bug dan isu berkaitan dengan sistem. Alright, if there is a bug and system related issue, I can do it. This one I put there, 1 Mendes per month untuk kerja-kerja penambaikan sistem, penyediaan fitur baru, Mendes boleh dikumpulkan setiap bulan. I also forgot I put this. Alright, so this one, for example, right? Just now we learned about this. Alright, what you need to understand. Let's say that suddenly login with Facebook not working, right? You have to check this master document. Login with Facebook. Is it inside the document or not? Yes, it is part of the document. That if it's not working, it's a bug. Alright? Create a new restaurant. Tadi we cakap halal and non-halal, right? Suddenly they say, I want vegetarian and non-vegetarian. Alright? So create a new restaurant. I want to add field vegetarian and non-vegetarian. Is it inside the requirement or not? Or is it inside the UI or not? No, it was not inside the UI. We already agreed. We are based on this. That is what we call a change request. So every time change request need to pay. Right? Need to pay based on Mendes. Or I might offer this. Right? You can have 1 Mendes every month. Right? If you want to add, for example, vegetarian versus no vegetarian. Untuk penyediaan feature baru, Mendes boleh dikumpulkan setiap bulan. Right? So just now, for example, okay lah 0.25 kan, vegetarian or non-vegetarian. So I said, okay, no need, you don't need to pay me because you have this 1 Mendes. Right? If they are with me for 24 months, by the end they will have 24 Mendes. That they can do anything they want lah, right? So that's the thing. Bantuan teknikal dan penggunaan oleh guru dan ibu bapa. This one because first level and second level support. So you just to understand. So let's say that we're talking about food delivery, right? If customer have problem, alright, if order tak sampai, who call? Dia telefon siapa? Alright, no customer tak apa ni kan. If for example kan tak boleh tak boleh order, right? Order tak masuk. Who should customer call? If customer call you, you are their first level support. Alright. If customer call client, right? So Big Mama, customer call Big Mama. Big Mama check dulu, ataupun for example kan tak dapat email. Always happen, right? You register, you never get email one, or you never get SMS. So if customer call you, you are the first level support. If customer call Big Mama, kan? If customer call Big Mama, and then Big Mama check lah, encik pakai Yahoo, encik tengok kat dalam spam, kan? Normally they have this kind of things. They always have that, encik saya pakai Yahoo. Okay, customer use Yahoo. Dia ada. Customer use Yahoo. Ask to check spam. They always come up with that. That one is support and operation tu satu lagi cerita that you need to learn. Alright, so then if something happen, right? Dia dah call customer care, something happen. Who should the first call? Right? If the customer call, if the Big Mama call you, then you are the second level support. Alright, but sometimes also the support and the IT is different team, kan? So I hand over lah. Alright, so support call IT first, then IT is a second level support. Some because IT people sometimes they can check, lah ada ni lah email server not working. Our email kan, our email server not working. Dia betul-betulkan. Or maybe IT know how to check database. Ni lah, these people already installed lah. Right? The first level maybe don't know how to check database. And then the IT check, boleh lah, dia dah masuk lah, dia ni kan dah masuk database semua and everything. Then IT is a second level support. IT tak tahu, IT tanya you, then you are the third level support. So you have to put it here, right? So maybe I put here for example, second level support or first level support, mampus lah, right? Second level support, second or third level support. Alright, of course the cost is right. Semua ni I charge lah, right? So you have to define this. Macam harga tadi kan, I datang siap-siap dah lah, alright. Kira lah, alright, how many people. Sama juga, the concept is the same. For this one, what is my monthly cost? Kan kira lah gaji, kira server cost and everything. Darab 10, 12 month, darab 12, and then top up yang tadi tu. So for example, right, if this thing is 55,000, or if this is 56,000 ni and then like this one like 3,000 per month for example kan, 3,000 per month darab 12, 36 campur 56, it's around 100,000. Right. So tambah siap-siap dalam tu. Alright. So that's the scope and penyelenggaraan. And then finally documentation, right? Finally documentation. Nanti ada tau berkaitan dengan SLA semua tu inilah you cari sendiri lah, right? SLA and everything. SLA IT. Normally SLA is if server goes down, what we'll do, how many hours and everything. The way you just like if you need example I can give you as well. Because SLA kalau I bagi banyak I can edit, alright. So this one finally, right, for each you dah belajar, you already learned about define, right, developer requirement, and we call it here requirement. Alright, requirement, UI UX, alright, and then you have development, you have testing, and then you have deployment, right? So for each this, you need to tell this is what you promise. This is what the document that I will provide to you, right? So for example, I will use here user requirement spec, correct? And then system, alright, system requirement spec, alright. Or some people, if it's agile, it's called user story, right? User story. So if it's agile, normally it's called user story, alright. So these are the documents that I'm going to prepare and I'm going to give you for the need, alright. UI UX, for example, I can have high level wireframe or high level wireframe. Maybe I will come up with UI brand guide, right? Normally this one is more expensive. 4,000 brand guide confirm tak boleh. Brand guide is the one that what color, what font, what and everything. So that one confirm not 4,000. Or maybe then I will come up with the design and mockup, right? So this is the thing that I give. For development, normally you're going to give, for example, system documentation, right? Development ni dia lebih kurang macam testing, right? Dia lebih kurang macam testing, not testing. Is training. Development and training is almost you are technically giving the document, all right? And then application documentation, right? Documentation. Testing, normally you will have test document, functional test document, and you have test accounts, alright, because if you want to test, you have the test accounts document, and then maybe if you have test reports, alright, user, and then maybe internal test report, external test report. So it depends how deep is your testing. You might want to put load test report or something, security test report, semua tu. So this, it depends how much Kalau setakat 10% normally is only here lah ya. Kalau normally is only kalau 10%. But suddenly if they want load testing everything, then you have to ni lah. Deployment is server architecture, right? Server configuration. Sorry. This one I put here. This one I just put, for example, bug report. All right, after deployment, weekly, maybe weekly, because you're already doing maintenance, kan? So weekly bug report, weekly patch and update report. All right, and then incident report. Any issue, weekly bug and issue reported by client, for example. All right, so this is the thing that I would put. But to be honest, if I do my project, I don't put everything. I just put, these are all the things that you can put, but myself I don't put everything. Alright, sebab nanti kau cakap, hari tu saya cakap ada 6 test tapi dia pun bagi 1 je test. Don't say like that. This is the thing that normally people put, but depends on the budget. If I'm just doing for ni, I only put 1 or 2 things. If I'm doing it for big companies, then I will put more things. And of course, the more things will have more ni lah. Anyone saw how much to do a security test? Anyone knows how much to do a security test? You can ask lah, if you want, you just look for security test company, you ask for quotation and you see, my app is around 100,000. So the cost to create a security test is almost the same thing as the cost of developing the app. So that's why, kalau I offer security test, of course, it's going to be the same thing as mine. Okay, so that's about it. I think this is this is the mobile project management part lah. So, and then I will just go through a little bit lah, right? But I don't think at the beginning, of course, you put your information, what do you do, your previous project, your portfolio, and a little bit about the system that you're going to develop, right? What the features and everything. So that's it. Then only I will start. Alright, so this is standard lah. Of course, you want to present what you did and everything. Okay, any questions? Okay, last class is Thursday. All right, Thursday is the last class. Well, we just do a little bit test a little bit, maybe do I don't know, because today I thought I want to do apps, or maybe do a simple app, use camera or something on for fun, all right, something for fun on Friday, on Thursday. Device features.
Sorry.
Yes.
Tomorrow no class, right?
Tomorrow no class because today is tomorrow class. Tomorrow I have dinner with cousin. Whatever that we have today is actually for tomorrow's.
So
and then the last is Thursday. The last one is Thursday.
Okay. Thank you. Friday no class, right?
Friday is already done lah. No, I mean, we dah cukup lah 80 jam. Alright.